Hi there, my name is Ryan Raja, and in this video I'm going to be talking about Google Analytics 4. The purpose is to analyze 1 month of data from the Google Merchandise Store, and we're going to be presenting key insights on user engagement, audience demographics, and monetization. So yeah, let's get started. Okay, so I've chosen the date range from October 6 to November 6, 2024. Why? Well, we were allowed to take any data range, so October 6 is my birthday, so might as well I decided to go from there. But yeah, okay, I'm gonna head to reports, and once I'm over there, as you can see on the top right, I'm gonna click over here, custom, scroll up to October 6 till November 6. I'm just gonna, there we go. Okay, so we're gonna be looking first at the engagement overview. I'm just gonna open this real quick, and as you can see, from October 6 to November 6, we are looking at the average engagement time per active user is 1 minute and 11 seconds. And it's like a small graph over here, and when we look at the engaged sessions per active, we are looking at 0.78 per user. When we look at the event count and event name, we have the most frequent event were page view at roughly around 440,000. And then we look at the second most, it is the view item list, which is roughly around 394,000. And then the session start is at 129. So these top three are the most event counted. I'm gonna head towards the demographic details. Right over here, if I scroll down, I have top 6 countries. Well, the top 4 is not set for some reason. I'm not sure why, but if we still look at it, the most active users are on United States, and it is about 50,000 active users. And then when we follow along with that, we have Canada with around 8,600, and then we have India with 5,000. Top 4 being not set, and then we have China and Japan. Now if I toggle where it's written country and go towards age, we're gonna see the most is actually unknown. Kind of makes sense. For instance, if people who are browsing either on a private browser, or if you go to the merchandise store, you can actually go scroll and do whatever without logging in. So I guess the data, they're not getting data for most of the users, so they don't know their age. So that's why top 1 is unknown. And we have unknown is around 64,000, which is kind of crazy, because if you compare that with the 18 and 24, that's only at 9,000. And then we have 25-34 for 6,700, 35-44 for 3,800, and then 45-54 3,000, and then 65 plus for around 1.5k. And then the same case, if I go to gender, that's the exact same scene where it's unknown for the most, which is around 61,000. And then we have male and female. I'm gonna go towards the tech details, and that's gonna show me the top browsers that are used for this. And it's nothing surprising, but Chrome is at the top 1 with around 68% active users of around 60,000. Although I am very surprised to see Firefox as top 6, not even 4 or 5. I'm personally a Firefox user. I personally find it much more reliable compared to Chrome. Safari makes sense. People on their MacBooks and iPhones, iPads, going through the Safari. Actually, Chrome probably has mixture of two. So Android phone users, majority of them actually use Chrome as their default browser, which means that the Chrome that we're looking over here is probably combined of like Windows or like PC, laptop plus Android phones. And then we have Edge. I personally hate Edge. I hate when I open any external link and it just opens on Edge, but fair respect to it for being top 3. Android WebView is actually probably the default browser that any Android phone would give. So these users are the one who are going through the default Android browser, and then we have the Samsung Internet. And if you look at the average engagement time, again, Chrome does have the highest of 1 minute and 30 seconds. Safari is actually pretty low, up to only 23 seconds. But yeah, for the last part, I'm going to be going to monetization overview. And over here, we get a very interesting data. So we have around, like, the total revenue is around 254,000 this month, with like 1,300 purchase total, and then 1,100 being the first time. That's a very strong new customer conversion rate. Honestly, it's pretty impressive. And items purchased, the most item purchased is actually Google Pen White with roughly around 1,100 units. Then we have the Google Bamboo Lid, which is like the second, and then we have a Chrome Dino floating pen. These lower cost items clearly appeal to like the first time customers and make excellent entry points for like the conversion rates, which is interesting. Although to boost like sales further, bundling the top pen with like bottle or sticker could be a great strategy, and like retargeting customers who have abandoned their cart would also bring back, potential buyers. But yeah, overall engagement is steady, specifically for this time range. Date range. There's room more for interactivity. The audience is global. I mean, you have India, China, Japan, and then and then for the Chrome being the most engaged, and yeah, monetization is pretty solid, especially for those affordable branded products. But yeah, this looks like a pretty good insight in my opinion. Thank you for watching. I hope it made sense. But yeah, I appreciate you taking your time out to watch this. But thank you.